Radio. Shout it.
What's happening? Of course, you know it's your folk, B-High Radio. Shout it. Stepping in the building, I got Alix. Good energy in this thing. What's good with it, boss?
I'm good, man. Blessed, man.
Man, Alix, I done heard so much powerful stuff about you, man, as far as financial literacy and just getting busy out here in these streets, letting folks know what they need to do to get this money, man. I mean, talk to me.
Man, it's a hell of a journey, brother. It's it's an honor to serve and help the coach out. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I've been doing good for myself since I would say about 2015.
That's right.
And it's one thing to be successful for yourself, but to be able to help other people, you know what I'm saying, it's the impact over revenue for me. So it's been a hell of a journey, and just honored to be here. What
was it that made you say, I need to get my financial literacy game together?
I realized that, being a black man in America,
come on now,
we got to run to what I felt other races can walk to.
That's right.
We got to put a little bit more work in to, get on that other side. Mm-hmm. So I was exposed to successful people at a younger age. Mm-hmm. Some of them legal, some of them not legal.
Hey.
And once I got exposed to a different life, I made the decision that I wanted a different life for myself. Mm-hmm. So I set out to figure out ways to accomplish that, and I didn't stop until I got there.
When you started to what was the first investment that you got into that kind of changed the game for you? Or what was it that, made you say, okay, what gave you that hunger for that information too? Was it the struggle that you said, okay, I can't struggle no more? Was it something that you just had a passion for, or was it fun to you?
Real simple. I got fired from my last job,
And yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I tell people it wasn't like the original plan wasn't to become a business owner or entrepreneur. Yeah. I was okay with just working that 9 to 5, and I was doing it. I was pretty damn good at it too. That's the crazy part.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? But I got fired, man, from my last job, and that was like the 5th or the 6th job I got fired from. And I just made a decision that I'm not gonna put my life in the destiny of another human anymore.
Come on. So now, trucking. Can you break down that game to me? Because I see a lot of people trying to do it, but I don't see a lot of people being able to maximize it, or they get in there and get a little scared. Mm-hmm. Break that down to me. And what was it that got you into trucking?
I've told the story before, so I'm gonna just keep it real, straight to the point.
I'm with you.
I had some money to invest in 2012. I went and got a line of credit, and I just needed to do something. I didn't know what it was at first. At first, it was going to be a restaurant, then I was going to do a barbershop, and trucking is something that landed in my lap by somebody who was already doing it, who sold me a dream and told me if I got a truck, he would put me onto a contract. I got the truck, and he just went ghost. So I literally just had to figure it out on my own, man. And you're right, it's a lot of people that do try to come into this game. Yeah. And the game is very, very lucrative, but it's only lucrative when all the moving parts are moving in synergy. Mm-hmm. And that's something that I had to learn the hard way. But once I did learn, I never looked back. So, I'm just at a space right now where I finally was able to, use a blueprint that was foolproof. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of obstacles that you can face in trucking, one of them being drivers, right? That's an obstacle that a lot of people have hard times with, and that's something that I dedicated a couple of years to figuring out not only how to find drivers, but also how to retain and keep drivers. So, I tell people what makes a successful business, I'm a consultant now, I'm a coach, and what makes a successful coach is a coach that solves a problem.
Thanks.
But that's with any business. What makes a successful business is a business that solves a problem, right?
Come on now.
So I set out in 2015 to solve problems. And one of the problems was people getting into this game, which is a big boy industry, without education.
Come on now.
Right? But also it wasn't people that looked like me that was teaching people that looked like me in 2015. So I seen a lane that was not tapped into, and I tapped into it when it wasn't cool. Trucking wasn't sexy. It wasn't cool. But I decided that I wanted to get into an industry that would be here forever, that was here way before me, and it worked.
It ain't going nowhere either.
Ain't going nowhere, yeah.
So now, if I wanted to get into trucking, how much cash do I need up front to get the party started?
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's two different ways that you can come into this game. One of them is being a cash buyer.
Yeah.
Coming in the cash buyer right now, the truck prices are a little inflated because of the demand for trucks right now.
Damn.
The industry is booming right now. So, like any other industry, it's a supply and demand game,
Exactly.
right? So the more lucrative the industry is, the higher they're going to charge you for a truck because they know everybody's trying to get into it. So what was 50, 55,000 a year ago, a year and a half ago, those same trucks are like 60 to 70,000 now. So if you were coming in on the cash side, you're going to be spending anywhere from 60 to 70,000 for like a 2017, 2018 truck. And then by the time you put your insurance payment down payment, you know what I'm saying? By the time you run your ads to get your drivers, your licenses and all that good stuff that you're gonna need, you'll be looking at anywhere from 70 to 80 grand. That's on the cash side. Now, everybody ain't got $80,000, right, to get up and running, right? So the other option would be financing. Now, again, there's multiple ways to get in, multiple avenues on the financing side. What's dope about my community is that I provided resources for my students to where I have the dealerships, I got the underwriters, and I also got the insurance companies. Like every resource that you need, we got them all lined up inside my portal. So right now, it's going to take you anywhere from 20 to 25,000 to get in using my resources. Right. That includes your down payment for your truck. That includes the down payment for your insurance and all the stuff that I mentioned earlier. So right now, if I was to give you a number on the finance route coming through my network, 20 to 25 grand to get you up and running with your truck, trailer, insurance, etc.
So now we talking about profit and making some money, that ROI.
Right.
How much money should we be expecting in that first year, and how hard is it to get those contracts and actually build a reputation out here in these streets?
Absolutely. So, that's funny because I actually posted on my Instagram. I'm real transparent. The reason why we kind of blew up is because I've always been transparent with the process and how I was able to accumulate wealth in this game, right?
That's right.
So, me personally, I like to under promise and overachieve, right? Over deliver, right? So I would tell you just lowball what you should expect. If you're running a truck that does not break down, you got a good driver that ain't trying to be home every daggone day, right? And you're working a full 4 weeks. There's no reason why that truck shouldn't be able to net you. I'm talking about take home anywhere from like $6,000 to $9,000, $10,000 a month.
Okay. Yeah.
That's like lowball. Are there weeks that I've seen 4,000 take home in a week, one truck? Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So again, low ball, you should be able to take home anywhere from 6,000 to 9,000 take home a month. And then I've seen months as much as $20,000 that I've been able to take home during peak season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So now when it comes to getting contracts for the trucks though, man, how do you get folks to believe in your trucking company?
Absolutely. It's one thing I would say. Over doing good business.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
I let that sink in. The second thing would be building those relationships. What I love about trucking is that even if you don't have a contract when you first come into the game, even if, you haven't built those relationships yet, we have a database called a load board. And the load board is an online database that allows you to find freight coming in and out of every city in real time. So starting on day one, you're now able to get freight on your truck and you're able to get paid. So believe it or not, man, it's not really like a super deep science on how to get those contracts. It's really, I got my first contract off the load board. I booked the load off that database.
Yeah.
And, I did good work. I did good business. We was on time.
Exactly.
We handled it professionally. And then that same company, which was what was supposed to be a one-off load, ended up being a 4-year contract with a Fortune 500 company. Just because I asked them one simple question. Hey, look, we just ran this load. We ran this load a few times for you. We like it. The load pays good. Hey, look, how often do y'all run this lane?
Yeah.
And they was like, it's funny you ask. We're going to be doing this for the next da-da-da-da. How many trucks you got? Right? But if I wasn't doing good business, if we wasn't professional, if my drivers wasn't on point, that option wouldn't have even been on the table for me.
Exactly.
So, in my training, I just show people like how to put yourself in position to where when those contracts are available, those relationships are solid enough for you to be up for grabs for it.
Answer me this though. I mean, are there any opportunities where you can get the diversity and inclusion money through trucking as well for just off of the contracts?
Absolutely. You know, we got government contracting, we got money for minorities, and that's something that we train on as well. We train on how to get minority certified. If you're African American, a minority, if you're a female, right? There's so many opportunities. Like the government has to allocate a certain amount of percentage of work to minorities, to women. Like they have to. So they want to give you the money, but are you prepared in position to receive it? So we show you and we get people set up on how to be certified to be able to make bids on those government websites to get that freight. That's what I love about trucking, bro. Like, there's just so many ways to skin a cat in this game. It's like, yo, you just got to pick your lane. But, you know, my goal, again, was to take the intimidation away from the industry. You see these trucks, so you see these big, long trucks. It's like,
it's kind of scary, nigga.
Yeah, where do I start? You know what I'm saying? You see these older guys with suspenders hopping out with the boots. You're like, this ain't for us, but it really is.
Exactly.
So I'm just changing the face. I'm changing the industry literally because I'm showing them like, yo, it's people like us that own the trucks now. We own the companies. We're not just the drivers no more.
So break down the school to me, though, and the classes and the courses, and what all do you offer with that, and how do people get signed up for it?
Absolutely. So, you know, it's funny. I started doing one-on-one consultations in 2015.
Yeah.
This was like a more hands-on approach. Again, there wasn't no blueprint. There wasn't nobody doing this, so it wasn't like I could, let me just follow their model. Let me mirror what they're doing. I literally just started helping my friends and my family. I was trying to get my friends out the streets.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you.
Yeah, because, you know, you get a felony, it's like, yo,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap for you, right? So what I love about the industry is that even if you got a felony, you can still go get you a truck.
Come on, can't nobody stop that?
You can still go get your CDL.
Yeah.
So I started showing people how to do this to get my peoples out the streets.
Yeah.
And then I was just, you know, I had just hopped on Instagram at this point, and I was just like, I ain't had nothing else to post. I was like, look, I'm at the truck. I just showed my boy Danny how to get a truck.
Yeah.
He up and running right now, and then people just started DMing me.
How?
Then, yo, one after one. I looked up, I had 20 clients, 2016. 2017, I had put about 80 people in business. By the time 2018 hit, you know, I'm over 100 people that I put in business. But guess what, though? So I went from charging $1,500 to $10,000. And in 2018, in February, I had a waiting list from February to Christmas because I would only take 5 to 6 clients a month. And I had a waiting list for like 9 months at $10,000 a client. So, it's real, bro.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah.
So I decided, I met my mentor, ET. He said, look, you got to put that thing online. You have to, there's so many people that need the information, and you're only one person. You can't service them. So I put my entire blueprint online. Now people can literally sign up and train at their own pace.
Yeah.
Right? Literally everything from A to Z. The blueprint is there from A to Z, and they can learn everything to not only get up and running in the trucking industry, but also how to maximize profits, and most importantly, how to stay in business. That's that's my goal. I'm trying to show people how to stay in business.
Speak to that part of it, of staying in business and maintaining.
I think a lot of people in business, they just chase the money. They trying to get to that money, but they don't realize, especially in my game, this is a heavy on safety game, heavy on compliance.
Yeah.
So I'm showing people all the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
You could have a 2021 truck with a driver who could stay out for a whole year straight. But if you don't understand how to run a safe fleet, the Department of Transportation would gladly put your butt out of business.
Damn.
Right? So I'm showing people the entire game.
Yeah.
So the online platform, man, is on my website, goodenergyworldwide.com. And it's so funny because, you know, we got the complete trucking portal that's showing people how to become fleet owners, but then I realized everybody ain't in a position to get a truck. Everybody can't afford to take on that liability right now. So it's like, can I get money without even owning the truck? And the answer is yes. You can definitely get in as a dispatcher.
Ooh.
Right?
Slick. Yeah, I'm with you.
So let me tell you what a dispatcher is. A dispatcher is what I would compare like what air traffic control is to an airplane.
Yeah.
The people that handle your day-to-day operations, that book the loads, negotiate, tell you where to pick up, where to deliver, you know, all that stuff. They're the people that's behind the scenes. So I have a dispatch service where my company dispatches for other trucking company owners. So let's just say she owns a truck, but she ain't got time to book loads every day. She ain't got time to be dealing with the drivers.
Yeah.
I can literally dispatch her truck for her, charge her 10%, and then I get 10% of whatever I make her truck, and she gets the rest. So I show people now in the Dispatch Mastery course how to become a dispatcher, not only for your own trucks, but also how to start your dispatch service and dispatch for other people. So
That's
now you can
cold-blooded.
start making money.
That's cold-blooded.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So now, what was it like for you, Alex, when you started seeing that money coming in, and how did that impact you mentally when you realized that, oh man, I didn't escape the rat race. My business is doing well, and I ain't never going back to that shit.
All right, so what's the question?
How did you feel when the money started coming in, and you realized you was free from the rat race?
I'll tell you when I realized that the money was coming in good for me, when I was able to put my entire life on auto pay. You know what I'm saying? When I was able to put the mortgage, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The car. When I was able to put everything on auto pay, that's when I knew I was on to something.
Exactly.
Right? Man, it felt amazing. It felt great. It felt like, damn, this is what hard work gets you.
Come on.
You know, it just made all them nights, them 17-hour days, like, yeah, it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? But what it really, really did for me was like, once I reached a financial goal of mine that I had set since I was a kid.
Ooh.
Once I reached that,
you care to share? I gotta ask.
Oh man, $1 million liquid.
Come on.
Yeah, $1 million.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, liquid.
Forgive me.
Once I reached that goal, I was like, okay, so I seen the work that I put in to get to this. So that means that all I got to do is just 10x that work, and then I could get
10x that.
Right? Once I saw that,
I know what you're talking about.
That's what I was like, oh, it's up. It's up. You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
Now, I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, when it comes to this, I was just talking to my boy Kadife from Capitol Records the other day, and we call them hood scientists. People that come from the hood, but they have the genius and the wherewithal to figure out how to get the money and make it do what it's supposed to.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to start a show about that, about people that understand that kind of stuff so that we can promote those kind of people. Because at the end of the day, you could be sitting here saying, I took a key, I broke it over my knee, and I went out there and I made $1 million liquid. You see what I'm saying? But to find out that you can have an honest, real business and make that same $1 million, I mean, it's nothing more lovely or beautiful than that. Now, I know you said earlier that E.T. was a mentor for you as well. Can you break down some of the game he done dropped on you?
Man, E.T.'s not only my mentor, E.T.'s my business partner.
Ooh.
You know, it's so funny because I really practice what I preach. I've been preaching to people about how important it is to get in the right rooms.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of the relationships that I have was from me paying and investing in conferences, mentorships, right? And I got in the right rooms and I met like-minded individuals. So E.T. was doing a conference, 2018, it was on a cruise. It was called the Phenomenal Life Cruise. And I just went there. I paid $5,000. I had never paid that much money to go to any event before. Yeah. But I just wanted to get the motivation. I was just starting to really do good for myself at that point. I just needed that extra push.
Yeah.
I got in the room, man, met his team, and man, just met his right hand man. I didn't even meet him at first. It was his right hand man, CJ. CJ sat me down and asked what I had going on. I told him he just loved the fact that I was helping people, and he was like, "Look, meet us in the land. I want to, I want to learn more and see if there's anything we can do to help." And met with them. The synergy was there, and they're the ones that I launched this platform with. So ET is actually on my course. So he's the one that's keeping you pumped up as you learning.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying? the number one motivational speaker in the world.
Exactly. Yeah. So now, Alex, when you looked up and the money touched down, can you speak to the diversification of those funds, or when it was like, okay, I done did the trucks, it's time for me to open up the school. How did your mind expand when you realized that you had the money to be able to attack whatever you needed to attack?
Man, this is getting good, man. Listen, man, again, I'm around, my circle that I'm around, that's why it's so important that you are surrounded by, as best as you can, people who are at a destination that you're trying to get to.
Exactly.
I'm surrounded by some beasts. You know what I'm saying? Like,
heavy,
to me. Right? But one thing that they got in common, the one thing that all these successful dudes that surround me got in common, is that they have multiple streams of income.
Come on now.
So once I got to a comfortable space financially, I understood that, okay, there's people that had way more money than me in life that earned way more money that are broke now.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I know some personally, like, that were A-list celebrities that are now broke. So that keeps me on my toes.
Exactly.
I'm like, yo, I know you make more money than me, way more.
Come on.
And you broke right now? So what I know how important it is to invest.
Yeah.
And how important it is to have my money working for me.
Exactly.
So that was something that 2 years ago I started like, okay, what can I do? So my first thing outside of trucking was real estate. Flipping a property. I used to always watch like Property Brothers and HGTV, and I was always saying like, I wish I could do that one day. I wish I can buy a distressed property.
Exactly.
And use my money to fix it up and sell it for a profit.
That's right.
And I actually just did my first flip, man, in Chicago.
Ooh.
I bought a unit for $93,000 cash.
What?
I spent $105 on rehab, and I sold it 2 weeks into rehab. I'm talking about the drywall wasn't even up yet, bro. So the 2 weeks, a buyer came, saw the potential on the block, and purchased and put their earnest money 2 weeks into rehab for $330,000.
Come on now.
Yeah, so I made like 100 and some change profit on my first rehab project. So I tasted blood, bro. So it's over now. You know what I'm saying? So that was my first thing that I did.
Exactly.
I'm in stocks as well, and you know what I mean. Like definitely diversifying the portfolio now.
So now, as you know, when the money comes in, it's a lot easier to diversify and get there.
Yeah.
That Alix, before he had the money, trying to get to that point, what was it that kept you hungry enough to go through the rigmarole to build that company from scratch to get there? Because a lot of people, they have that idea, man, and they'll know the promise in it, but they just can't stay down long enough to see it through.
Right.
What was it in you that allowed you to do that?
Ooh, that's a good question. Man, I don't know. Like, it's a combination of me being from Brooklyn and Jamaican.
Yeah.
It's in our blood. We hustlers, you know what I'm saying? Again, the exposure. My mentor told me your level of exposure will determine your level of success.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
Bruh, I got exposed to people that look like me living the life that I wanted.
Come on.
So the only two options I had, you know what I'm saying, shout out to my brother Neo, the only two options I had was it had to work or it had to work.
I'm with you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So once you get that mindset that it ain't no plan B,
exactly,
bro, that's a dangerous mindset right there, bro.
Facts.
It ain't no plan B.
Answer me this though, Alix. The businesses are beating. You're getting it good out here in the streets. How do you find time for Alix in the middle of all of this stuff too? Because see, sometimes we can get consumed with making this money. You be like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and get that other 10 racks. Let me go ahead and get that other 100 racks. Let me go ahead and just stay down with it. How do you pull yourself away from the business to enjoy your accomplishment?
Great question. 3 words. I got 3 core principles in business that I've shared with all my community.
Talk to me.
The first word is master your industry first, duplicate yourself, and then scale up. So I mastered my game. I mastered the industry. I figured out I made 7 figures in trucking. Like before the courses, before my other income and all my other streams, I made 7 figures with my trucks.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like with the receipts, tax returns to prove it.
That's right.
So I mastered it then, but I was consumed. It was taking up my time. So I decided, how can I stop trading my time for money?
Come on, because it's still slavery.
Right. I duplicated myself.
Yeah.
Started with my cousin Rob. Shout out to Rob Good Energy. My cousin came home from jail. I told him everything. I told him the whole game. Flew up to New York, told him everything.
Yeah.
He took over all my day-to-day duties. But then he hired 11 people up under him.
He cold-blooded too.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now I think he in New Orleans on Bourbon Street right now. Right? So
Yeah.
I paid my dues, duplicated myself and Rob. He paid his dues, duplicated himself and 11 other people, dispatchers, whatever.
Yeah.
Staff. Now he's able to free his time. Now he get a percentage of everything that they do. So that's the goal, is to duplicate yourself. You gotta have a team.
Exactly.
So my team runs it all, and I pay my team well. But guess what? Alix got his time back now.
Exactly.
Alix go to Miami every other week now.
Why not?
You feel what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I earned that.
Exactly.
Like, earn your leisure. I just realized, I did this podcast 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, and it literally blew us up, man.
Yeah.
But the name of the podcast is Earn Your Leisure.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a cool name, but if you really break down what it says, you have to earn your leisure.
No, those are facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I earned my leisure. So when I tell
Exactly.
people, like, don't be jealous of me. You see me living my life, hopping on the PJs and driving the cars that I want, living how I'm living, just know I earned it.
Exactly.
But my success is tied to the success of hundreds of other people.
Exactly.
So Alex got his time back. Alex gonna enjoy his life this year in 2021. Alex gonna be traveling. Alex gonna be sleeping in a little bit longer. I earned that.
Answer me this: how long did it take you to earn your leisure?
Again, I started in 2012. Went out of business within the first 11 months. Gave it another shot in 2013.
Hold up. The first 11 months you went out of business?
I went out of business. I bought the wrong trucks. I was didn't know how to negotiate properly. Like, I was upside down, 38,000 by the time I looked up, and I had to give the trucks back.
Shit.
Yeah.
What gave you the audacity to get back in it, or the tenacity to get back in this
Good
thing?
question. Again, because I saw the potential in the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, all right, sometimes it ain't the industry, is you.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I realized it was me. I'm the one who did stuff wrong. So
Exactly.
what I had to do was just do the research and identify what I did wrong. And then once I figured that out, I just pivoted and gave it another shot and made the corrections.
Yeah.
And here we are. So I grew all the way up to 11 trucks, bro. Right? I'm going to be all the way transparent. I grew up to 11 18-wheelers, man, right? And out of those 11 trucks, let me tell you how it was crazy, because I did I did 7 figures. I think the first time we did 7 figures was in 2017. And then 2018, we did 7 figures again. But then what happened was, we got these people called owner-operators in trucking, right?
Yeah.
Owner-operators are a guy, let's just say my man right here, he got a CDL, right?
Yeah.
He drive trucks.
Yeah.
But he went and bought his truck.
That's right.
But he like, you know what? I don't want the responsibility of actually owning a trucking company. I ain't trying to deal with the paperwork, the audits. I ain't got time for all that, right?
Yeah.
So he got the truck, he got his CDL, but he needs somewhere to like call home.
Exactly.
So he gonna take his truck and he gonna lease it up under me. So I'm gonna insure his truck and I'm gonna put my DOT number on his truck.
Yeah.
So he technically is a part of my fleet.
Exactly.
But he's responsible for his truck. No, he's responsible for his insurance and his breakdowns.
Yeah.
So, bruh, I had about 4 or 5 of these guys, right, that were up under my company. So I went and bought a bunch of trucks, me and my cousin. So we had like 6 ourselves, and then we had another 5 that were owner operators. So what happened was, you ever hear that saying that nobody's going to run your company better than you?
Yeah.
He up under my company and he trying to run his bag up, but guess what? If he go out there, he gonna get tickets. If he go out there, he get violations. Those violations gonna go on my DOT number. But guess what happened though? If I get rid of him, he gonna leave, and guess who gets stuck with that on their record?
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah.
So what happened was, it was a whole bunch of these guys running up under me, but they just doing what they want to do. They running the e-logs incorrectly. They driving over the time that they legally allowed to drive.
Yeah.
And they tearing up my safety score, bruh. All of them.
Damn.
So I ain't throwing no shade to y'all, shot to y'all. We made some money together, but I had to do what was best for my company, so I got rid of all of them.
Ooh.
All money ain't good money.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not just going, just for the sake of me saying I got 11 trucks on my fleet. Nah. I had some stuff on there I had to cut off, so I got rid of all of them in one swipe. Whoo! Oh, y'all gotta go. Then, so you gotta understand, like, the reason why I'm killing this coaching game, because I ain't just coaching off of YouTube or what I learned off research.
Come on.
I'm teaching off the stuff that I've been through for real.
That's off the damn chain.
Right? Trucks then broke down. We had engines blow up. 2 of them got in an accident. I lost like 8 trucks. Right? 5 of the owner operators and 3 from mechanic failures and accidents. But guess what? I took all of it and made it teaching lessons.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Because that's what folks gonna go through.
Absolutely.
It's real.
Absolutely.
Man, I love that.
So I ain't just gonna tell you about the money I made. I'm gonna tell you about
the pain.
The pain too.
Exactly.
Them 2 o'clock in the morning phone calls that your truck that got in an accident and you don't know if that person in that other car is alive. Let's talk. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm giving them on the portal, bro. So the complete trucking portal is, again, the exact blueprint from A to Z.
Yeah.
And right now we've had about I want to say about 7,000 people that's students that's went through my course, bro. We got the #1 course in the country right now.
That's hard.
We got the most
That's
testimonials in the game right now.
Woo.
Go look up the reviews.
Yeah.
Go look at the reviews. You ain't gonna find a lot of companies that got 100% 5-star reviews.
Ooh.
I'm talking about they on there writing paragraphs.
Exactly.
Right? So again, I want to leave with this, man.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever businesses that you have, whatever services that you have, I don't care what it is that you do, you got to become an absolute beast at it. Mm-hmm. And if you over-deliver, you be overcompensated.
Team building, though. Before you get up out of here, building that team, how did you go about selecting the people that were going to come in to work with you?
That's a good question. Man, I'm going to be real with you. You really got to look around you first. And before I went to the public, before I went out, and because I could go on Instagram right now and say, look, I'm trying to hire 5 people to work for Good Energy right now.
Exactly.
Man, I'll probably break my DMs, bro.
Yeah.
But what I did was I looked for the people who, for one, loved me.
Exactly.
People who I knew wanted to see me win. The people that I knew had work ethic. Mm-hmm. I got this lady named Melody, man, who I never met this lady before, bro. But she first invested into the course, so she was a student first. Mm-hmm. Then she was like active in our Facebook group, like being super helpful to people.
Yeah.
Then I started doing conferences. This lady would show up to every single conference just to assist me, printed out brochures just to pass out about my course. People was walking up to me wanting to know how to sign up. She was like, oh, here goes a brochure. Like, I didn't ask her to do this.
Exactly.
She kept showing up, kept serving me. So when it was time for me to expand, when we started getting more trucks, why would I go to the public when I got somebody right here that loves the company, loves what I stand for, and is supportive?
Thanks.
So I hire based off of the people who are genuinely wanting to see me win, who want to be a part of the movement first. Mm-hmm. And then I train them vigorously. I train them again, and I train them again. And I'm just real transparent with what I expect. I'm very transparent. Like, look, this is what we expect, and we ain't operating no less than this.
I can dig.
Period.
That. I can dig.
You know what I'm saying? And just allowing people, just understanding who people are, and being okay with that. Like, everybody don't got the personality to be on the phones and do customer service. So you got to like identify. You can't put the introvert answering phones.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying?
Put them in the truck.
Yeah, like you ever go to like a restaurant and the lady got a bad attitude that's serving you? Like, bro, why don't you go work? You need to be in a kitchen or something.
Come on.
So again, just realizing what people's strong points are and allocate their positions based off of their natural personality.
That's right. That's right. How can these folks contact you, Alix?
Man, I'm everywhere, brother. Instagram is so good to your boy, man. You know what I'm saying? Instagram is good to me, man. I had like 7,000 followers, man, a year and a half ago, bro. And we just hit like 135,000, man. You know
that good energy.
It's a blessing, man. So Instagram is Alix, ALIX, _good energy. I'm on LinkedIn, Alix Burton. The website has all the information. A lot of questions that I get asked, it's on the website.
Yeah.
So y'all go check out the website, man, www.goodenergyworldwide.com. And, man, if you need to email us, just email us at info@goodenergyworldwide.com. Yep.
I can dig it. Alix, appreciate you stopping through this thing, boss. Wish you nothing but the best and much success. Beehive Radio, shout it. Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.